Hello, and welcome to this second video in a series of truth tables for quantitative reasoning. I'm working on truth tables with two statements in this video series, and many of them they all involve the conditional statement and multiple steps. So, if you watch the first video, my suggestion is you try to do this example here, where I have, in parentheses, not P and Q, and then outside of the parentheses, if then P. I suggest you try to set that one up yourself following the directions in the first video, and then come back and look at this video and see if you did it right. So, again, I have two statements. I have a P and I have a Q. Alphabetical order left to right, these are my input columns. No matter what I was being asked to combine, I would set these up the same way once I decided there was two statements. So true, true, false, false. I'm going to go a little faster in this video with some of this, assuming you watched the first one, but you can always stop it and go back. Now, in math, we work inside the parentheses first. So, we are going to try to evaluate. And we also want to get it to the point where we know what the left side of this conditional is and the right side. Every time you evaluate a logic statement, you have a left side value either true or false and a right side value either true or false. This is way more complicated than that, so we break it down into pieces. So I want to do inside the parentheses first, but I see that inside the parentheses, I don't just have P and Q, I have not P and Q. So I'm going to write down the values of not P in each row to make me only have to do one step at a time. Then I will have the left side of this conjunction visible and the right side visible, and I will be able to look at them both without doing any calculating in my head. So in the first row, P is true, so the negation is false. Second row, P is true, so the negation is false. Third row, P is false, so the negation is true. So I'm writing down in each row the opposite of what P is. Now, these two are what are joined with this conjunction. So it's not P and Q. And the nice thing about the and is it's one of the three connectives that direction doesn't matter. So that's a negation of P right there. So I have not P and Q. Let me make that look a little nicer because I know some of you will question that. So that's not P and Q. And I'm saying the word and you might write the word and. That might help you when you're evaluating. So what I remember about and is if I put two statements together with an and, both of them must be true for the whole statement to be true. Now what I'm looking at is not P and Q. I'm looking at not P, Q. They're not both true. As a matter of fact, I go down, I see, so not P, Q, one of them is false, so the and is false. So that's a false, and if I look in this row, I have a false, so that's false. Oh, here, not P, notice I'm looking at not P. I'm not going over here to P, because the statement says not P. True and true is a true, and a true and a false is a false. So I know in each row the value of this whole thing. So I know the left side. This is the left side of the conditional. The right side of the conditional is P. And the conditional was the statement where the order mattered. If you had a true on the left and a false on the right, you got a false. But if you had a false on the left and a true on the right, you got a true. So since the order matters, because the order matters, I'm going to be a little more careful in my work, and I'm going to write out what might feel like extra. But I'm going to write, I have this on the left. I'm going to put, now in the last one I put P over here and put the if then there. You could put P here and then do the answer here. So this would be not P and Q if then P. I like doing it in the middle like I did in the last one, but I'll show you this way too. So here I make a column for P. Again, it feels like more work, but believe me, if you want right answers, it's worth it. I'm just going to rewrite true, true, false, false. Now here you have to be careful because you do enough of these, your T's and F's start to look alike. So the only time, so for the true, false, the only time it's false is if I have a true followed by a false. So I look down the left side. This is the left side. And I find I have a true here, and sure enough, it's followed by a false. So that case is false. Anytime the left is false on the if then, you look down here, your output is true. So I immediately know these are true. That's the other value of putting these in the correct order. You're looking left to right. You're doing an if then, if then, if then, if then, equals, equals, equals equals. So this would be your final answer. Okay? So thank you for joining me for this second video. There'll be a couple more coming over the next day or so, depending on what year you're looking at this. The internet lives forever, and I'll see you in class.